Chapter 144. The Messenger's Answer. A whole year went by over this mutual dispute, without any sign of reconciliation between the opposing parties. They had thus no choice but to call again on the two co-counsellors for advice as to what should be done in the most agreeable case. The disputants agreed on the recognition of a God, if need be, even more than one God, to maintain the order among the people. The acknowledgement, however, should not be based on blind faith through empty preacher twaddle, but be based on pure science. Thus, through natural science, mathematics, philosophy, and God-worthy art representations. Thereby, the people will have something durable, solid, and convincing, instead of the sole, dark, blind faith, whereby the existence of God is based on the testimony of mysticism, which will only prevail for as long as the mystical teachers live. But if they, compelled by nature, also have to bite the dust, also the whole doctrine had to bite the dust with them, and the people would be left standing there, cheated. And if the people had been cheated with a mystical God repeatedly, they eventually cannot be brought to any acknowledgement of God any more. Thus, in this sense, our 1,000 counsellors, who more or less were in agreement, had a significant majority. However, they did not know how to execute this resolution in the smartest way, which was the actual reason why they turned to the two for advice. But the two said, "High counsellors of the great city Hanoch, we have shown you the right plan already a year ago, but you have rejected it. What should we do more this time? Every case has only one plan which is good and true only, and so it is with proclaiming God. This plan, however, we have shown to you, but you have rejected it, and now have another, which according to your opinion is a more feasible setup. Thus, put it into action according to your insight, and allow yourselves to be instructed by the consequences of what good you have brought to light. But we want to have no part in it, and do not want to be in the least a hindrance in the execution of your plan. Do with Hanoch, with respect to the teaching of God, as you have done with the feudal princes, where you have given to everyone a different teaching of God, to more easily distinguish between them by means of the different types of teachings, and to make it easier for you to collect from them the least tribute, and you will soon experience in Hanoch the same results you have experienced with the vassals. So far you have convinced yourselves that everything for which we have given you advice, firstly, was very easy to implement, and secondly, that it was decidedly beneficial for the whole big city. We have not deceived you in anything, but were always honest with you, and have acted in your best interest, and have never mentioned with only one syllable our own needs. Also, our plan announced to you already a year ago, to acknowledge and honour God, was in everyone's best interest. But you have, right from the beginning, taken exception to it, and afterwards have quarrelled for a whole year with each other about it, until you finally agreed on it in the most despicable manner. But for the execution of your plan, we do not know the answer, and can therefore give you no advice as to how to go about it. Do thus what you think is right. In your midst, we have finished speaking, and completed our service to you. We thus leave you now, and require no reward from you, so that you can recognize that we have always been concerned about your welfare. But who wants to come with us should do so before it is too late. Thereupon, the two left the large council chamber, took their servants, and went back to the heights. But what then was accomplished in Hanoch, the following will show.